Hello everyone, and welcome back to Susie channel. I hope you're all doing fantastic. In today's video, we have something special in store for you, so stick around. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content like this.
Practice listening skills.
The Harris family, Jake and Alice, have been married for almost 15 years and have two children. Liam, 13, and Andrea, 11. Recently, Jake and Alice's relationship has been strained, leading to frequent arguments. On the recommendation of Alice's sister, they sought help from the Marriage Guidance Council, which offers counseling services in most Canadian cities. This organization provides a space for couples to discuss their issues with an impartial third party. During their third visit, the couple is again meeting with Mrs. Murray, their regular counselor. Now, let's listen to the conversation between Mrs. and Mr. Harris and their counselor, Mrs. Murray.
Ah, come in, Alice. Take a seat. Is your husband here?
Yes, he's waiting outside. He didn't want to come here this week, but I convinced him to join me.
I'm glad you convinced him to come along. How have things been lately?
Oh, pretty much the same. We still end up arguing all the time.
Could you explain what you argue about most often?
It's practically everything, honestly. But one of the main issues is that he can be so inconsiderate.
Could you elaborate?
Sure, let me give you an example. When the children started school, I wanted to go back to work as well, so I got a job. By the time I pick up Liam and Andrea from school, I only get home about half an hour before Jake.
How does Jake's arrival home play out?
Well, when he comes home, he expects me to drop everything and get his tea ready immediately. It's as if he forgets I have my own work and responsibilities to handle. He doesn't contribute much around the house, and it's all very tiring.
That sounds exhausting for you. It's important that both of you share the responsibilities. Is there anything else causing tension between you?
There are other issues as well. For instance, he doesn't always communicate with me about important decisions. For example, when it comes to the children's activities or their schoolwork, he tends to make choices without consulting me. It makes me feel like my opinion doesn't matter.
That must be very frustrating. How does he respond when you bring this up to him?
He often brushes it off or becomes defensive. He says he's just trying to do what's best for the kids. But it feels like he's making decisions without considering my perspective.
It sounds like communication is a significant issue for both of you. It's important that you both express your thoughts and feelings openly and respectfully. I'm grateful for your willingness to share these concerns with me.
Thank you for listening, Mrs. Murray. It's just hard sometimes because it feels like we're on completely different wavelengths.
It can be challenging when there are differences in communication and expectations. Let's work on addressing these issues. I'd like to speak with your husband now if you don't mind.
Of course, Mrs. Murray. I'll let him know you're ready to speak with him now. Thank you for listening and for helping us work through these issues.
Jake, I'm glad you could join us.
Hello, Mrs. Murray. I'll be honest, Alice had to force me to come.
Does discussing your issues make you uncomfortable?
Yes, it does, but I realize we need to talk to someone about it.
Alice mentioned you might be uncomfortable with her job.
I'm not sure. I'd prefer if she stayed home, but she is highly qualified. And I did support her decision to go back to work. Now that the kids are in school, she needs something else to focus on. And we do benefit from the additional income.
How do you both handle the household chores?
I try to help out. I assist with the dishes and help Liam and Andrea with their homework, while she prepares dinner. But Alice doesn't feel that's enough. What are your thoughts?
I'm here to facilitate, not offer opinions, Jake.
I think we're both just exhausted. In the evenings, we're too tired to communicate. Alice doesn't appreciate it when I offer suggestions about the house or the children. We seem to argue about the same things repeatedly. She has strong opinions and won't budge. Last night, we had another disagreement because she doesn't want the kids to ride their bikes to school.
What was the issue there?
Alice feels they're too young to navigate traffic safely. I believe they should be able to. She often complains about picking them up from school. But you can't wrap children in cotton wool. Can you? But Alice is more cautious.
That sounds like a significant difference in approach. Have you been able to discuss your concerns with Alice?
We've tried, but it usually ends in an argument. I just want what's best for the kids. But it feels like we're on opposite sides of every decision.
It can be challenging when two people have different perspectives on parenting. Do you think there's a compromise that might work for both of you?
I hope so. I'm willing to listen and find some common ground. But it's not easy when we're both so set in our ways.
It's great that you're open to finding a solution. Let's work together to identify areas where you can agree and come up with a plan to address your concerns.
Fantastic job, guys! You've completed our immersive English speaking practice session. Continue watching, listening, and speaking. Your commitment will undoubtedly result in remarkable progress.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more engaging language learning content. Until next time, keep practicing, stay motivated, and enjoy your journey to English fluency.